From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the Business, Equity, and Opportunities Podcast with Scott Sander.
Welcome to the Business, Equity, and Opportunities Podcast. I'm Scott Sander. On this episode, the National FFA is headquartered here in Indianapolis. This year, the organization announced a record-breaking membership milestone, more than 1 million members across the United States. We caught up with CEO Scott Stump at the Indianapolis location as he was making the final plans for what's now the 97th National FFA Convention and Expo, returning to downtown Indianapolis this week.
Every business is unique and has a target audience. If you own or manage a business, Circulus Digital Media can help you connect and grow your customer base with turnkey digital solutions that are nimble, offering best-in-class results, service, and support to reach a bigger customer base, allowing you to pinpoint a specific audience down to the smallest details. Get outside the city, the state, span the globe. Put Circulus Digital Media to work for you. Get started now at circulusdigital.com. That's circulusdigital.com.
Scott Stump, CEO of National FFA, and we're at the National FFA Center at 6060 FFA Drive on the northwest corner of Indianapolis. And we moved here 25 years ago in 1998 from Alexandria, Virginia, really trying to get closer to the hub of our membership, but also really looking at a great place to do business. We believe that we are growing the next generation of leaders who are going to change the world. And we do that clearly through our mission of premier leadership, personal growth, and career success, really trying from as early as 5th grade all the way through that high school experience and on into post-secondary experiences, equipping students with both the leadership and personal skills, but then making sure that they have the technical skills ready to succeed in any work environment. Our students learn to lead and to advocate by doing. You know, our motto is learning to do, doing to learn, earning to live, and living to serve, but it's that doing that's most critical. And in fact, we are a student-led organization. We have a group of 6 students that are our national officers. Our delegate body is 475 students from all across the country that make decisions coming up here at our annual convention. But as a part of learning to serve in those roles and also to take that voice out to other places. During the summer, we do have a series of what we call Washington Leadership Conference, where we bring in about 1,500 students from communities all across the nation. And as a part of that experience, they do spend a day on Capitol Hill, walking in their corduroy jackets through the halls of Congress and having meetings with their senators and representatives. In addition to that, we have our State Officer Summit that is all of our state leaders, so state student leaders. And a large part of that event is spending time sharing what's on the mind of a high school or just immediately out of high school student with their legislators. And it's especially important because one of our core tenets is we believe there should be a youth voice in the considerations around the Farm Bill. This year's convention, as we've expanded, and we're so appreciative of the community of Indianapolis and even the wider suburbs and around the central Indiana corridor, of providing an expanded number of rich and robust career tour experiences for students. One of them in particular that we're excited about is that they actually get to go see the new facility for the Indianapolis Mounted Patrol that is just going to be opening. They may be even doing the cutting of the ribbon as we're marching students up the gate, but to see experiences of how agriculture can be both in the traditional rural sense, but also the expansion of reconnecting with agriculture in urban areas. Yeah, we did a recent study a year and a half ago of what's on the minds of youth as they're approaching this new workforce that's evolving, and looking at it from the standpoint of Gen Z and Gen Alpha absolutely approaching work with a different mindset. And what we found from that study was that I would warn the employers out there that students are going to be interviewing them as much as the employer is going to be interviewing the students, to ensure that there's a purposeful alignment between what that student, the difference they want to make in the world, and what that employer has to offer. They also are really less willing to travel and go across state lines and move away from home. Most of them wanted to stay in their own state or only be one state away, which is a changing pattern in kind of the expectations of corporate America in the past. And so the one other cool piece that we found was that our students, they put a lot of faith in the influence of their agriculture instructors, so those teachers. And we have about 14,000 teachers across the country that are in 9,000 little communities. and big communities. And what we found was 75% of those students rely most on their ag teacher in guiding that professional and career journey. What it brings to Indianapolis, beyond the economic impact of just as you talk about the wonderful crew at Visit Indy being able to share that message of the economic impact, you're bringing 45 to 48,000 students who, for many of them, it's the first time traveling, first time for some of them in an urban environment, and it's giving them a chance for Indiana to show off all that is best about it. They have a great time while they're here. They get the chance to look at the colleges and universities. I know Purdue, especially the College of Ag, does a great job of offering visits while they're on their way to convention to make sure that they can connect in. But even all of the rest of the entities to say that this is a place they would feel comfortable coming back to. And I do believe that for many of our corporate partners like Lanco and Corteva, that it allows a student who may be in another state to go, no, I'm comfortable with Indianapolis. I've been there before. So I do think it is one of the strategies in helping build that talent pool. Oh, there is much to be excited about. We have a unique program. In fact, I've traveled the world, been to Switzerland, been to China, been to Japan. Our method of education is different than any other system that is out there, because we have the classroom experience. Ag education and FFA are school-based, so different than 4-H in that way. And in addition to having the classroom experience and then the student organization where you're practicing leadership skills, practicing getting up in front of speaking to others, we also ask each student to have an outside of the classroom, either work experience, like a work-based learning, where they're actually with placement with someone, getting coached in that environment, or an entrepreneurship option. And I'll tell you right now, we know that 52% of our students are keeping records on either one of those, where they are building true skills by doing. Currently, high school students in America, it's about 33% that have any kind of work experience before they graduate from high school. We've got a 20% advantage on those situations. And so in doing that, we're investing more in that system. We have what are called SAE grants, Supervised Agriculture Experience grants, where a student can get $1,000 as they start that business. We've just added over the past year, and that's about $300,000 that we're putting out across to students to buy the capital equipment that they need to get started, whether it's raising some form of livestock, from chickens to rabbits to goats to cattle, all the way up to buying the personal protective equipment, PPE, that they need if they're going on a job. In addition to that, we just added $5,000 to $10,000 grants to then take those that have really built a viable business to then expand that business out into the full value of what it could be. And then as we look at it, just as a side note, each year through those SAE and workplace learning experiences, we have documents that clearly say that it's about $4 billion worth of economic impact to the United States economy just because it's embedded within an education system. I think more importantly than the dollars, our students are getting skills early that an employer is going to value at the end of the day.
Our thanks again to all the contributors who joined us for this episode of the Business Equity and Opportunities podcast. We hope you found it enlightening, useful, and inspiring. You'll find more information about the show on our website, beoshow.com. You can watch Business Equity and Opportunities Sunday mornings at 10 on Wish TV or live stream it through wishtv.com. Each week we provide 7 full segments with topics ranging from how to get started and how to access capital to the day-to-day running of your business and questions about accounting and bookkeeping. We feature business news and trends and always share a success story from one of our contributors. Join us next time for more insights into the world of small business. Be sure to sign up for our Business Equity and Opportunities newsletter to get even more valuable, up-to-date information. And if you have any questions or you'd like to be part of our show, please email us. The address is beo@wishtv.com. We'd love to hear from you. I'm Scott Sander. Thanks for listening.
Watch the Business Equity and Opportunity Show on Wish TV and access all of our content and share it on demand anytime at beoshow.com. You can find more podcasts from Wish TV on the All Indiana Podcast Network at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.